Hi, my name is Ethan Anthony, and this is day 152 of the Dictionary Audiobook Project. At a certain point, I'll need to change this intro to go from day to episode. But when I catch up, it won't be a problem. So I'll be catching up soon. So this is not a problem. This is not a concern. Yeah. I'm glad to see you all again. If you remember from my last episode, which was released 31 minutes ago, I mentioned how there was someone outside my apartment who had like a welding mask on and had a little blowtorch and was doing some stuff. And I didn't know if they were a bushwick artist or a mechanic. And they were in fact a mechanic, and they're doing more construction. So if you hear any noises, just know it's not a bushwick art collective. Thank God. Am I right? You all get it. You all get it. I say that as if I wouldn't be in that collective. And I wouldn't be like banging trash can lids, doing whatnot. I would. Can I even say anything? My art project is a durational piece of me reading the dictionary. I don't think I have any leverage over other artists, collectives. Yeah. You didn't miss anything. I just started a load of laundry. That's something. And I watched a bit of Bar Rescue. I think I mentioned this before, but I do love Bar Rescue. John Taffer. If I ever reach the fame to be related to John Taffer, or to have a few degrees of separation to John Taffer, that would be ideal. I would love to be. If you guys don't know, if you guys aren't aware of Bar Rescue, I'm sure you're all familiar with it. Bar Rescue is about John Taffer, the legend himself. And he goes to bars that need like a lot of help, but then he rescued, hence the name Bar Rescue. And part of that is toward the beginning, they do a sting operation where they send in, two folks to go to the bar, order a drink, order food, and they're like, oh, how they make the food? Oh, this kitchen is filthy. Oh, they made the drinks wrong. That whole thing. And I would love to be in a bar rescue sting operation. That would be ideal. I would love to do, but then also I recognize that I'd probably get like salmonella. Because I don't know how that works. I think it's kind of funny seeing folks in Bar Rescue, and they're like ordering like chicken wings, for example, and then it cuts to the kitchen, and they're just like dropping these chicken wings on the floor. They're like stomping on these chicken wings before cooking them. But in that case, it means like putting them by a lamp so they get a little warm, and then they bring it out to the person to eat. And then that's when John Taffer's like, we can't let them eat those chicken wings, and runs out there. But my thought is, how long will it take before they like run in there? Like, will I have to wait? Will I see the chicken wings? This is all crazy, by the way. Will I see the chicken wings and I see that they're like cold, stomped on, obviously, and I'm like, when is John coming? When is John gonna get here? Or will I need to take a bite? I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to try these chicken wings. And then John bursts through and is like, don't eat those wings. I'm like, thank God, I did not want to eat these wings. That's a hypothetical. But it's hypothetical. All this to say, John Taffer, if you ever see these dictionary readings, I would like to be in Bar Rescue and be in a sting operation. But I want to be with you. I've seen these new episodes where you bring in like the other like star bartenders and star chefs. They're cool and I respect them, but I want to be there with you. And I want you to be like, this place is filthy. That whole thing, that whole shebang. Wow, I spent a lot of time talking about Bar Rescue. I wish I was on Bar Rescue so bad. I would eat a salmonella chicken wing just to be on Bar Rescue. Yeah. Let's read the dictionary, actually. But I've talked a lot about bar rescue. What was our last word? Our last word was flinch, I believe. Today we'll be starting with the word fling. Now, what is fling? Well, there's two flings. Fling one is a verb. One, to move hastily, brusquely, or violently, flung out of the room. Two, to kick or plunge vigorously. Three, to throw with force or recklessness, also to cast as if by throwing. Four, to put suddenly into a state or condition. Fling two, noun. One, an act or instance of flinging. Two, a casual try, attempt. Three, a period of self-indulgence. Flint, noun. One, a hard, dark quartz that produces a spark when struck by steel. Two, an alloy used for producing a spark in lighters. Flinty, adjective. Flint glass, noun. Heavy glass containing an oxide of lead and used in lenses and prisms. Flintlock, noun. One, a lock for a gun using a flint to ignite the charge. Two, a firearm fitted with a flintlock. Flip one, verb. One, to turn by tossing. Flip, a coin. Two, to turn over, also to leaf through. Three, flick, jerk. Flip, a light switch. Four, to lose self-control. Flip, noun. Flip two, adjective. Flippant, impertinent. Flippant, adjective, lacking proper respect or seriousness. Flippancy, noun. Flipper, noun. One, a broad, flat limb as of a seal adapted for swimming. Two, a paddle-like shoe used in skin diving. Skin diving, okay. Flip side, noun. The reverse and usually less popular side of a phonograph record. Flirt one, verb. One, to move erratically. Flit. Two, to behave amorously without serious intent. Three, to show casual interest. Flirted with the idea. Also to come close. To. Flirt with danger. Flirtation, noun. Flirtatious, adjective. Flirt two, noun. One, an act or instance of flirting. Two, a person who flirts. Flit, verb. To pass or move quickly or abruptly from place to place. Dart. Flit, noun. Flitch, noun. A side of cured meat, especially a side of bacon. Flivver, noun. A small, cheap, usually old automobile. Float one, noun. One, something as a raft that floats. Two, a cork. Buoyancy. A cork buoying up the baited end of a fishing line. Three, a hollow ball that floats at the end of a lever in a cistern or tank and regulates the liquid level. Four, a vehicle with a platform to carry an exhibit. Five, a soft drink with ice cream floating in it. Float two, verb. One, to rest on the surface of or be suspended in a fluid. Two, to move gently on or without or through a fluid. Three, to cause to float. Four, wander. Five, to offer securities in order to finance an enterprise. Six, to finance by floating an issue of stocks or bonds. Seven, to arrange for. Float alone. Floater, noun. Floaty, adjective. One, tending to float. Buoyant. Two, light and billowy. A floaty skirt. Flock one, noun. One, a group of animals assembled or herded together. Two, a group of people under the guidance of a leader, especially congregation. Three, a large number, a flock of tourists. Flock two, verb, to gather or move in a flock. People flocked to the beach. Flow, noun, a flat mass of floating ice. Flog, verb, one, to beat with or as if with a rod or whip. Two, sell. Flog, encyclopedias. Flogger, noun. Flood one, noun. 1, a great flow of water over the land. 2, the flowing in of the tide. 3, an overwhelming volume. Flood 2, verb, 1, to cover, become filled with a flood. 2, to fill abundantly or excessively, especially to supply an excess of fuel to. 3, to pour forth in a flood. Fludder, noun. Floodgate, noun, a gate controlling a body of water. Sluice. Floodlight, noun, a lamp that throws a broad beam of light, also the beam itself. Floodlight, verb. Floodplain, noun, a plain along a river or stream subject to periodic flooding. Flood tide, noun, 1, a rising tide, 2, an overwhelming quantity, 3, a high point. Floodwater, noun, the water of a flood. Floor 1, noun, 1, the bottom of a room on which one stands. 2, a ground surface. 3, a story of a building. 4, a main level space, as in a legislative chamber, distinguished from a platform or gallery. 5, audience. 6, the right to address an assembly. 7, a lower limit. Put a floor under wheat prices. Flooring, noun. Floor 2, verb, 1, to furnish with a floor. 2, to knock down. 3, amazed, dumbfound, was floored by the news. 4, to press a vehicle's accelerator to the floorboard, especially rapidly. Floorboard, noun, 1, a board and a floor. 2, the floor of an automobile. Floor leader, noun, a member of a legislative body who has charge of a party's organization and strategy on the floor. Floor show, noun, a series of acts presented in a nightclub. Floor walker, noun, a person employed in a retail store to oversee the sales force and aid customers. Floozy, noun, a usually young woman of loose morals. Flop, verb, 1, flap. 2, to throw oneself down heavily, clumsily, or in a relaxed manner. Flopped into a chair. 3, fail, the show flopped. Flop, noun. Flop, adverb. Flopper, noun. Flophouse, noun, a cheap hotel. Floppy 1, adjective, tending to flop, especially soft and flexible. Floppily, adverb. Floppy 2, noun, floppy disk. Floppy disk, noun, a thin plastic disk with a magnetic coating on which computer data can be stored. Flop sweat, noun, sweat caused by the fear of falling. By the fear of failing. I've never heard of flop sweat. Flop sweat. Makes sense, I guess. You're sweating because you're afraid of flopping. Flop sweat. A lot of words in the F's that I are cool. Flora, noun, plants or plant life, especially of a region or period. Floral, adjective, of, relating to, or depicting flowers, a floral design. Fluorescence, noun, a state or period of being in bloom or flourishing. Fluorescent, adjective. Florid, adjective, 1, very flowery in style. Ornate, florid prose. 2, tinged with red, ruddy. 3, marked by emotional or sexual fervor, florid love letters. Florin, noun, 1, an old gold coin first struck at Florence, Italy in 1252. 2, a gold coin of a European country patterned after the florin of Florence. 3, any of several modern silver coins issued in Commonwealth countries. 4, golden. Florist, noun, a person who sells flowers or ornamental plants. Alright, cool. Floss 1, noun, 1, soft thread of silk or mercerized cotton for embroidery. 2, dental floss. 3, fluffy, fibrous material. Floss 2, verb, use dental floss on one's teeth. Flossy, adjective, 1 of relating to or having the characteristics of floss. 2 stylish, glamorous. Flossy hotels. Flossily, adverb. Flotation, noun, the process or an instance of floating. Flotilla, noun, a fleet especially of small ships. Flotsam, noun, floating wreckage of a ship or its cargo. Flounce, verb, one to move with exaggerated, jerky, or bouncy motions. 2 to go with sudden determination. Flounce 2, noun, an act or instance of flouncing. Flouncy, adjective. Flounce 3, noun, a strip of fabric attached by one edge, also a wide ruffle. Flounder 1, noun, flatfish, especially any of various important marine food fishes. Flounder 2, verb, one to struggle to move or obtain footing. 2 to proceed clumsily, floundered through the speech. Flour 1, noun, finely ground and sifted meal of a grain as wheat, also a fine, soft powder. Floury, adjective. Flour 2, verb, to coat with or as if with flour. Flourish 1, verb, 1, thrive, prosper. 2, to be in a state of activity or production. Floured about 1850. Flourished about 1850. Good catch there. 3, to reach a height of development or influence. 4, to make bold and sweeping gestures. 5, brandish, flourished his sword. Flourish 2, noun, 1, a florid bit of speech or writing, also an ornamental touch or decorative detail. 2, fanfare, a flourish of trumpets. 3, wave, with a flourish of his cane. 4, showiness in doing something. Flout 1, verb, to treat with contemptuous disregard. Flout the law. Flouter, noun. Flout 2, noun, taunt. Flow 1, verb, 1 to issue or move in a stream. 2, rise, the tide ebbs and flows. 3, abound, 4 to proceed smoothly and readily. 5, to have a smooth continuity. 6, to hang loose and billowing. 7, come, arise. 8, menstruate. Flow 2, noun, 1, an act of flowing. 2, flood 1 and 2. 3, a smooth, uninterrupted movement. 4, stream, also a mass of material that has flowed when molten. 5, the quantity that flows in a certain time. 6, menstruation. 7, a continuous transfer of energy. Flowage, noun. Flowchart, noun, a symbolic diagram showing step-by-step progression through a procedure. Flow diagram, noun, flowchart. Flower 1, noun, 1, a plant shoot modified for reproduction and bearing leaves specialized into floral organs, especially one of a seed plant consisting of a calyx, corolla, stamens, and carpels. 2, a plant cultivated for its blossoms. 3, the best part or example. 4, the finest, most vigorous period. 5, a state of blooming or flourishing. Flowered, adjective. Flowerless, adjective. Flower-like, adjective. Flower 2, verb, 1, develop, also flourish. 2, to produce flowers, bloom. Flower girl, noun. There we go. Flower girl, noun, a little girl who carries flowers at a wedding. Flower head, noun, a compact cluster of small flowers without stems, suggesting a single flower. Flowering plant, noun, any of a major group of vascular plants as magnolias, grasses, or roses that produce flowers and fruit and have the seeds enclosed in an ovary. Flower pot, noun, a pot in which to grow plants. Flowery, adjective, one of, relating to or resembling flowers. Two, full of fine words or phrases, a flowery speech. Floweriness, noun. Flown, past participle of fly. FL space OZ, abbreviation fluid ounce. Flu, noun, one, influenza. Two, any of several virus diseases marked especially by respiratory or intestinal symptoms. Flu-like, adjective. Flub, verb, botch, blunder. Flub, noun. Fluctuate, verb, one, waver, two, to move up and down or back and forth. Fluctuation, noun. Flue, noun, a passage as in a chimney for directing a current as of smoke or gases. Fluent, adjective, one capable of flowing fluid. Two, ready or facile in speech, fluent in French. Also having or showing mastery in a subject or skill. Three, effortlessly smooth and rapid, fluent speech. Fluency, noun, fluently, adverb. Flue pipe, noun, an organ whose tone is produced by an air current striking the beveled opening of the pipe. Fluff, voice crack there. Ew. Fluff, one, noun, one, down, one. Fluff from a pillow. Two, something fluffy. Three, something inconsequential. Four, blunder, especially an actor's lapse of memory. Fluff, two, verb, one, to make her become fluffy, fluff up a pillow. Two, to make a mistake. Fluffy, adjective, one covered with resembling fluff. Two, being light and soft or airy, a fluffy omelet. Three, lacking in meaning or substance, fluffily, adverb. Fluid, one, adjective, one capable of flowing. Two, subject to change or movement. Three, showing a smooth, easy style, fluid movements. Four, available for a different use, especially liquid. Five, fluid assets. Fluidity, noun, fluidly, adverb. Fluid, two, noun, a substance as a liquid or gas tending to flow or take the shape of its container. Fluid dram or fluidrum, noun, see weight table. Fluid ounce, noun, see weight table. Fluke, one, noun, any of various trematode flatworms. Fluke, two, noun, one, the part of an anchor that fastens in the ground. Two, a lobe of a whale's tail. Fluke, three, noun, a stroke of luck. Fluky, also fluky, adjective. Flume, noun, one, an inclined channel for carrying water. Two, a ravine or gorge with a stream running through it. Flung, past and past participle of fling. Flunk, verb, to fail, especially in an examination or course. Flunk, noun. Wow, that's it going. Flunky, noun, one, a liveried servant. That's liveried. A liveried servant. Also, one performing menial or miscellaneous duties. Two, yes man. Fluorescence, noun, luminescence caused by radiation absorption that ceases almost immediately after the instant radiation has stopped. Also, the emitted radiation. Fluoresce, verb, fluorescent, adjective. Fluorescent lamp, noun, a tubular electric lamp in which light is produced by the action of ultraviolet light on a fluorescent material that coats the inner surface of the lamp. Fluoridate, verb, to add a fluoride to as drinking water to reduce tooth decay. Fluoridation, noun. Fluoride, noun, a compound of fluorine. Fluorinate, verb, to treat or cause to combine with fluorine or a compound of fluorine. Fluorination, noun. Fluorine, noun, a pale, yellowish, flammable, irritating, toxic, gaseous chemical element. That's a lot of adjectives. A pale, yellowish, flammable, irritating, toxic, gaseous chemical element. Period. Fluorite, noun, a mineral that consists of the fluoride of calcium used as a flux in making glass. Fluorocarbon, noun, a compound containing fluorine, a compound containing fluorine and carbon used chiefly as a lubricant, refrigerant, or non-stick coating. Also, chlorofluorocarbon. Fluoroscope, noun, an instrument for observing the internal structure of an opaque object as a living body by means of X-rays. Fluoroscopic, adjective, fluoroscopy, noun. Fluorosis, noun, an abnormal condition as spotting of the teeth caused by fluorine or its compounds. Fluoxetine, noun, an antidepressant drug that enhances serotonin activity. Flurry, noun, 1, a gust of wind, 2, a brief light snowfall, 3, commotion, bustle, 4, a brief outburst of activity, a flurry of trading. Flurry, verb. That's a good word. We're ending on the word flurry today, the word flurry. It almost makes me want to get a McFlurry, like from McDonald's. That does sound good, actually. I think there's McDonald's close by. I could use a McFlurry. But I digress. My eyes are just killing me. Yeah, you know what they say? My eyes are killing me. But thank you all for watching. My name is Ethan Anthony. Ethan spelled Eythen. I'll see you all next time for another exciting reading. Our next word is going to be the word flush. Flush. And who knows, will it be the act of a toilet flush or a card flush? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, rewatch, relike, reshare, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe again. That's all I have to say. I'll see you all next time. John Taffer, if you're watching, call me. You have my number. All right. That's enough of that. Have a good one, guys.